Hey, it's Roger. I'm on location in Millbridge. I don't know if you've ever accessed Millbridge off of Millbridge Waxhaw Road, but if you come down from Kensington, you'll notice that there's a new entrance and then another new entrance, mostly for Lennar. D.R. Horton has got some new sections here. One of them is for Emerald Homes, which is their luxury brand, and that is worthy of note, guys, because D.R. Horton's luxury brand is a force to be reckoned with. So I'm looking right now at Waxhaw Marvin Road, and here we have a really cool little park where you can reference lot 1224. I'd love to have that across the street for me. So Jack, the real estate dog, would have a place to run and play. And by the way, he is in the back seat. We were over here yesterday. I have a client in town from Colorado wanting to spend in the mid to upper threes. And so Millbridge was the first choice. Now, we went to the Millbridge Amenity Center and took that complete tour. I had never done that. I was so blown away by the amenity center. I've always been impressed by the community house, but when you go back and look at that lazy river, when you go back and look at the fitness center and there's a covered basketball courts outside for outdoor play, man, there's something here for everybody. And there's a lifestyle director on staff who gave us the tour. There's so much to love about Millbridge. Then we went over to Walnut Creek, which is down the road, which becomes Jim Wilson Road, goes out to 521, and it's also accessible from 521 by the soccer fields. And so I could just tell from the look on this client's face that Millbridge was the one to beat. Walnut Creek is great. It's got a great amenity center. D.R. Horton has new homes in there, new sections. But when you compare really the amenity centers, and when you come, that's what you and I will do. We'll do the same thing. We'll go to Walnut Creek in South Carolina, technically Lancaster, but really kind of an Indian land feel. And then we'll come across the state line right here to Waxhaw's, North Carolina's Millbridge. So these two new sections, D.R. Horton, giving them a big shout out today, and then Lennar Homes as well. Lennar has always got quick move homes. If you're trying to make it this summer for the school year break, this is a great time to call, get on my calendar and come to the Charlotte area. By the way, my cell number is 704-345-3400. And you know what about Millbridge? I was just kind of one of those guys that said, hey, you get to Millbridge off that front entrance by the covered bridge, by the amenity center. But now these two new entrances off of Waxhaw Marvin Road, number one, we're going to head down right into Waxhaw, downtown Waxhaw, and have lunch today. Some great restaurants there. The very cool small town, almost like a Mayberry, of Waxhaw is so cool. So I'm jazzed. And when you see the homes that D.R. Horton has and some great price points, as well as Lennar, I think you'll be blessed. And now, another thing I learned yesterday, besides Emerald Homes building luxury there, is that D.R. Horton has taken a smart move. By the way, I get a lot of video hits on how a house is built. There's a concrete truck loading concrete in for these footers. They're pouring footers. You can see it's all boxed up there, and they're pouring footers. Another thing I want you to notice is this foundation wall. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Notice that it's kind of blank. It's just kind of plain. Well, in most neighborhoods, because of the cost factor, they will take that and just do what they call a parge on it. They'll parge it and kind of smear it with something like a mortar and make it look really, really nice. However, I'm going to show you, I'm going to demonstrate it here shortly, why Millbridge, it just feels a little bit more elegant than Walnut Creek. And by the way, I have no idea how these, see here's existing homes right now, new homes, but not, well, that one's actually for sale. Reference lot 1171. You see Bonterra's been building back in here, along with Pulte. MI's got a strong presence with their ranch and ranch and a half product. However, word on the street is there's a new model going up. Look at that, 4 sides brick. There's a new model going up for MI Homes up to the front of the neighborhood, which they will be building some strong 2-story plans in here as well. And if you've never been in an MI Homes 2-story or even those ranch and a half, you got a treat for you. Now here's what I joke about when I shoot videos. I shoot them on the fly when I can, as I can. But when you see trash cans, and I tell you that a neighborhood looks good even on trash day, take that to the bank. So now we're in some recently built sections of Millbridge, but here is something that I learned just yesterday from one of the new home salespeople from D.R. Horton. As many times as I've been in this neighborhood, I have never even noticed this. But as I started talking about that foundation wall that basically, just say for instance, so that was a Pulte section right there. I think they're about done. I'm not a huge Pulte fan right now. Call and ask me. But here's what I'll tell you. One of the reasons that this neighborhood feels different, because one of the restrictions is that they brick up the foundation. They don't just parge it. And parging's fine. You know, millions of homes that way. But here's an example right here of how, and this house is not done, of course, but how they took that foundation wall and they have brick on it. It just really looks nice when you drive through. And it's not one of those things that you like are consciously aware of, but it is there and it is very, very nice. And I'm turning into the MI section. I really want to demonstrate and talk about Lennar and demonstrate the D.R. Horton presence with Emerald Homes. And again, I started to tell you that just like MI has come in here and put a lot of ranch and a half plans in here, that's what D.R. Horton is going to do over there by the Lennar second entrance, the one closest to downtown Waxhaw, is that they're going to have a whole section of ranch homes. And by the way, you know, it's not easy to drive, keep my eye on Jack, steer, narrate, process my thoughts, but we get her done, don't we? So again, just like MI has done with this one, put a lot of 1 and 1.5 story homes, D.R. Horton is going to have some of their amazing ranch plans. I guarantee, I'll almost put money on it that most notably, by the way, these are basement home sites for MI. So if you want a ranch home with a basement, these lots are terrific. Reference lots 437, 438, 439. And the last time I had somebody back here looking at these lots, we just took a little walk right down this path right here, which is somewhere, and we went down to the water down there. Very cool. So, wow, that's a lot of information on Millbridge. I'll tell you that my intention is to do a tour of the Millbridge Amenity Center, but better for you to call me, get on my schedule, come, and either me or one of my broker partners will take you down there and give you a tour. We'll look at everything that's for sale. Great time to buy. I can't wait to talk to you soon. By the way, my services are free to you because the seller pays my fee. And so what do you got to lose? You don't get a discount by going in without an agent. In fact, the agents really prefer to have a professional at the other end. And hopefully by now you know that Jack and I are professionals. 704-345-3400 on location in Millbridge.